Hello, 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 everybody. Glad you guys are all seem to be doing fine. Let me just make sure to. I'm always scuffed. You know me, I'm always scuffed. Things always be scuffed around here. There we go. Yes, yes, things are always scuffed. How you doing, Cloudy? Thank you for asking how I'm doing today as well. Really appreciate that. Let's go. You were here from the intro screen. Yes, let's go.
God, I'm fucking hungry.
Hunger check. Oh yeah, I need to get some snack or something popping up off here, don't I? Cause your squirrel, your boy, is kind of weird. I don't have very much of a breakfast, but I'll have some kind of snack around at least. Um, well, we'll go over what Kudo said. We'll definitely go over what Kudo said because I mean it's always important to see what Kudo says, but I don't think he said anything crazy. I haven't even taken a look at it either, because I'm wanting people to come in and see everything. I'm still here. The scuff is always good. I'm still there. You're pouty. Sup, Suni? You were asleep? Well, I mean, that's what VODs are for, I guess. Yeah, this Kudo's alt. Who said this? Let's first go through everything first. First, second, third, all that kind of stuff. Let me actually get something to drink real quick. There we are. Cleanse the palate, so to speak, before I get anything in my gullet.
I'll let you hold my hand and we can do other loot things, but I need my head pats on each hand.
Love the head pats. Thank you for the head pats. Appreciate it. Hello, Hoppy. Ah, it's still going. It's still not gonna happen. Okay. It's not gonna happen yet. Yeah. We'll see what he says this time. We'll definitely see what he says this time. Okay, no worries. No worries on me. All good. Actually waiting for your friends. I will go play. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Exile. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you for even being here. Appreciate it. Like I always said, I appreciate any short attendance, long attendance. It's all fine. Appreciate you being here. See you later. All right. Now that a couple more people are here and things have gone coming in and out. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Ami. Regarding Kudo's comment on his alt, I felt like in some way he's right to be frustrated since we all know how VTuber drama can get, but the dude threw himself by making that tweet, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. And I'll give my honest opinion. I'll give my honest opinion. Like I always do. Alright. Kudo has made an announcement or whatever on his Twitter, on his alt. So there's mysta, then there's Kudo, then there's Kudo's alt. The people already know all of them. They already know everything about all of them. So let's take a look at what he says. He says, I think the most frustrating thing for me is how much S I've gotten in over the years. But when I look at all these little randoms who advocate for someone they believe is right, they're 9,000 times more dedicated, toxic, and arrogant to ever change their opinions. Just makes me think, what's the point of even trying to apologize or try to be a better person? People realize the only way they get traction is to drama farm and bandwagon whatever opinion is popular at the time and switch whenever the general consensus is changed. Like, look at yourself. Look at your Twitter profile. Honestly, so embarrassing. There's a difference between having an opinion and pushing your delusions to become real by manipulating anything you can to fit your narrative and neglect other things that you won't support from other parties. Ain't no way, bruh. So here's the thing. I see his point. Some people are pretty delusional in like their fandom for one side or the other. There's some people who are pretty crazy when it comes to either pro Nijisanji or anti Nijisanji. I try to stay in the middle, and I get S from both sides. Let's just say that much. I do get hit on by both sides because of the fact that I am what they call a fence sitter. And that's the issue. That's the issue of being the way that I am. Both sides tend to knock me. You know, they tend to do that. But like what he's saying right here is that people are bandwagoning one side. I think this is about the issue of, I think it was Ramadan that he had an issue with that he didn't know about or something like that, and he got S on for that as K9 Kudo. And of course, that is going to be very divisive. And when you're very divisive like that, you're going to get a lot of stuff. Here's the thing: I understand the frustration that he has. I absolutely understand the frustration he has. Here's what's gonna happen though. He's a public figure. He's a big public figure, so he's gonna get S on a lot. That is no reason for him to not want to get better. That is no reason for him to not want to improve himself and improve whatever failures he has. Just like I have failures, and I'm a public figure now, so I try to improve myself as well. But of course, he also has the right to be frustrated. He has the right to have that frustration and take that frustrations out. Like, just let it out. Let it be said. Let it be done. But yeah, I don't think that not wanting to get better is a good reaction to this. Being frustrated is a good reaction. Also, it may not be the best to try to troll them back unless you are ready for all of the S you get. And right here, from what he's showing, he is getting frustrated with all of the S he's getting, but he's kind of poking the hornet's nest a little bit, which is counterproductive when you're trying to not get more trolls on you. By doing this, he's going to get more trolls on him. And that is his decision that he can make because he's an adult, so he can make that decision himself. So he's right here, he's laughing at the person. He's pointing and laughing. So, and he's saying it's embarrassing. So he's going to get more vitriol. If he wanted to not get more vitriol, he made the wrong choice here. But he's going to get it, and he's probably prepared for it. And if he is, good for him. But I tend not to want to poke the hornet's nest. What do you mean by this? Vague posting is not going to help. Again, don't attack anyone. Criticize the company, but do not target anyone. You really need some PR training. It reminds me of that old drama where MC YouTubers gathered during the pandemic, and one guy was talking about how people were overreacting, but conveyed his words so badly that he got out-ratioed. Just stop being vague or don't talk about it. You hating drama farms while saying the most vague S will cause drama farms. Exactly what I was saying. It's not helping. If he doesn't want drama farmed, he just did the wrong thing, really. I don't think he's wrong in terms of how certain people go about things. He's not wrong, not in my opinion. But vague posting will definitely get exacerbating the issue he is trying to discourage. We have seen that directly calling people out can also lead to a lot of drama. So it's a tough call on how to actually address this. I'm not sure how Bishojo functions in terms of managers and PR, but I would hope he has one who can advise him on the kind of stuff in the future, unless it's a manager like one of the Nijis, in which case it's better a new manager. Yeah, basically he did not do the best post here. Seeing his post as an alt, he has PR training. Unfortunately, some people just can't be separated from social media, and the concept of freedom of speech isn't all that good. It's a shame, really, that it shows that that's all their identity. To them, their thoughts on social media are more important than other things such as your colleague, company, your future goals, and the like. So, yeah, I don't think he was a good make. Like, this is another person that says he had the right to his own opinion, but now both sides can and will interpret this as they are in the right, thus creating more drama and backlash. I get his frustrations, but sometimes people need to think about the consequences of their words. He won't change. Remember, he moved to ID, then make a joke about Ramadan. I don't know how people see ID. You may joke about Christian, Hindu, etc. in ID, but never mock Islam. A lot of people take that very seriously. It's best not to mock any religion. They really take religion very seriously. That's one of the things that I always say. Religion and politics are the two things I do not want to speak about because people take those two things. They can become very, very, very extreme on those things. Not holding a grudge against his Ramadan joke. Just not in on myself. I just said it's dangerous to joke about that. It definitely is. Because ID hosts a lot of those people, the extremists. The extremists on each side can be very horrible. A lot of people sent to jail because they complain or joke about something, and then, they get sent to jail. So that was a bad move on his part. Rima and the answer he made to her, I will admit I never was a Kuro watcher, so I always ask why is he like this. he does realize he does have some he shouldn't have commented, right? Kind of lost a bit of that escapee respect that gives Twitter. Yeah, if he's getting into drama, it's going to draw a lot of people away. It really is going to draw a lot of people away, and it's not necessarily the best move he could have made. He could have just decided not to speak on anything, and it would have ended up better. What's up, Santos, Pablo, RPG, everybody who popped in recently. He made a mistake, right? Shouldn't he apologize? He tried to move on. He cares too much. Sometimes he's okay. I apologize already. He should have focused on something, not making mistakes. Exactly. Gatekeeping, tribalism when it comes to entertainment is just weird. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Umbra. Thank you, Umbra. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Clarence, poor you. Don't forget to take some rest. Yeah, get some rest, Clarence, of course. Yeah, just definitely like make sure to get some rest, Clarence, if you're sleepy, tired, whatever. What's up, T-Man? Lunar Fox, if you get shit from both sides, means you're doing great. Being neutral. Exactly. If both sides hate me, then that means I'm doing a good job of trying to be neutral. That's the thing. I mean, like me, like I said, I try to keep religion and politics out of any of my conversations, out of any of my things, because there are extremists on both sides, and you're never going to make anyone happy, and all you're going to do is make more and more and more and more enemies. That's it. That's all you're going to do. You're going to make so many enemies. You're never going to make friends. That's true. He should put some more of his extreme comments, any comments that could be seen as extreme, on a journal, a diary, something like that. No one's gonna say anything negative if he does that, and people are gonna be fine with him not making like extreme stuff. Continuing with the Kudo stuff, this time he did it with his actual account. Here we have this, where, you know, Rima said they completely removed Mista's voice from the concert. They didn't. They already had them recorded and okayed. People would be mad if they removed them. I loved it in regards to technical mishaps. What mishaps? Besides Billy and complicated copyright, it's probably getting worked on and probably not even Nijisanji's fault. The stream ran in 1080p, no problem. Ran in 1080p. Kudo, not suggesting it was a mistake. He's just being teased like he always when it comes to his past. What kind of weed did they put in your copium tank, bro? Coming from Mr. Kudo himself, how is this copium, sir? I don't know what point this original poster is trying to make, but it's so cringe to see me and others taken out of context to spin their own narrative to hate other entities and people. Like the VTuber community completely cooked in the brain or what? Bro, I'm such a bad mood right now. Drama farmers are actually cancer. I guess this is someone else putting things out there. It's like he's under stress, it seems like. He might be under stress. This is what I'm thinking of. And sometimes it's best not to respond. But then again, you know, some people are like, I need to respond with what I'm saying because I need my voice to be heard, and I understand that side too. I get what Kuro's trying to say, since he did ask to not have his words spun into hate on Niji, but Rima has a point because we all know why they didn't remove his voice, never mind how everyone else turned out, because of how hard they had to scrub Doki's voice from the performance. They really should have aired this a year ago, when they would have gotten away with the scuff. Oh, and before things hit the fan with Selen, too, yeah. On top of scrubbing Selen from the concert, they featured ex-livers and had copyright perm issues. The irony of it's pretty obvious. Kuro should have stayed out of it. Definitely should have stayed out of it. Because he's, you know, responding to Rima, saying, you know, they're drama farmers. I'm guessing this might be one of his alts. Saying there's drama farming and, you know, they're not good and it's copium and all that kind of... It's like, yeah. I mean, Rima's gonna put out what she's gonna put out because we all do. I have respect for Rima, so I don't think she did anything wrong. She just responded to what was going on. There's nothing wrong in that. Of course, the original poster can see something wrong with that, and that is their right. But you know, I'm not going to ever advocate for people to not have their opinions said. That it may seem counterintuitive to what I've said before. You can say what you want to say. You can say what you want to say on the internet and on Twitter and on everything. Other people are going to respond to it. Of course, you shouldn't get offended when people respond to your stuff. That's what I'm saying about Kudo. You shouldn't get offended when people respond to your stuff. It's just the way things are. It's just the way the internet works. You are a public figure. People are going to respond to you. You were a big public figure as mysta. People are going to respond to you. So just chill. Just relax. And probably the best thing is to maybe stay away from social media a lot if it's giving you a lot of stress. I know there are a lot of people who've done that, who've taken breaks from social media. I think Kiara did that for like 3 months or 3 weeks or something like that. I know Mume did that for a bit. I know other people from Hololive and big organizations have done that for a bit as well. And DF will be very happy to see Kuro's tweet. Also, is it fine for me to say that Kuro's kind of 39 IQ? Rima said, nah, they didn't completely remove Mrs. Voice from the concert? Question mark. Then at the end, Kuro says, I don't know what point this original post was trying to make. And then added, so cringe to see me and others taken out of context and spin their own narrative or hate or other entities or people. My interpretation of the original poster's point was Selen video got privated by management because there's cameo of mysta. And then they take mysta voice in the AR Live concert without deleting it, all of it, like WTF. Of course. That is a legit way of thinking. That's also a legit way of thinking. I know people like Rima, like Nosagi, like Parrot, they don't, from what I've seen, they don't seem to care when people have a differing opinion of them, or they you know, say, oh my god, this is cringe, whatever. They don't care because they understand that there's going to be responses to their stuff, and they are thicker skinned enough to not have that become a problem for them. This person saying, Kudo should have ignored it. I don't know why he tweeted and Rima didn't even post something bad. Kuro cannot help himself. Even back in his PL, dude was always trigger happy. Could have easily just did the first tweet and call it a day, but sheer fact he engaged with some of the stuff after the fact is real bad look on him. It's looking like he is letting like a hothead side of him come out. Confusion rises, really don't understand what Kudo did here. He's lurking on haters and other nobodies because why the F did he respond to a random on Twitter? Seems like at least the ex-Niji lurks randomly on Twitter because I remembered when Matara answered to a random making nepotism on a DN post, and Deerskin and now Kudo on this. This sounds like a joke or criticism. Maybe honestly they have all been living rent free in their head. Yeah, this is just, it's not a good look. Far be it from me to give Kudo advice. Far be it from me to give, you know, someone who is 100 times bigger than me any advice. But still, it just is not a good look. It's not a good PR look, especially when you're as big as you are. It's not a good PR look. You know, I'm not the best example on PR either, but I've been learning a lot, and that is definitely not a PR look that you want. Had some poor social conditioning as a kid and understand him not wanting to self-censor to keep from bottling up. He may also benefit from therapy as well. Here's a great answer. Keep your own opinion to yourselves. I mean, that's maybe a better answer. Yes, sweet baby too. Clarence feel like he made JK about everything, but he didn't know what would happen next. Let's see. Quirks of a content creator, I guess. I mean, people who can ramble on without a filter is actually helpful for comedy, even if it becomes harmful for them in the end. Comedy is basically talking without a filter. Honestly, comedy is pretty much talking without a filter. And maybe that's what he's going for. Maybe that's what he's like talking about. But like I said, sorry, let me clear my throat so that you guys don't have to hear it. Take a nap on me. Don't worry, take a nap. But yeah, like what I'm saying here is Rima didn't say anything wild. Didn't say anything out of pocket. Didn't say anything that I could construe as bad. What she just did, which is what other people have said, what she just did was say they took Selen stuff out because, you know, they did this with Last Cup of Coffee, which was Selen's issue. Again, holy crap. The phlegm. Holy crap. But I don't want you guys to hear me clear my throat. Holy crap. I don't want to hear that. So no one wants to hear that. Maybe I'm getting sick. I don't know. There's a lot of phlegm. Let me clear my throat again real quick on mute. There we go. So that's a little bit better. Bro, yeah, I did just drink some water though. I did just drink some water. Maybe I need a little bit more. Thank you. Clearing throat is normal, I know, but some people have like an ew type of thing, you know? And I don't want, and if I'm getting sick, I don't want to do it so much that it becomes a problem. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Lunar Fox. Tale older than time itself, Tears of a Clown. Have that problem every day. Ugh. I know some people have like post-nasal drip and stuff like that. I don't have that, luckily. I don't even have nasal drip because like when I get sick, sometimes I have that, but I don't have that right now. But yeah, going back on, let's see, am I the only one that sees Niji's talents that go through, like, to go to war with people on Twitter? At the beginning, Callie was the only one in Hollow getting baited to engage. It seems like a lot of things. That snoring I do? Probably. I do snore. I understand. I mean, if you're really good at like clapping back, then I guess that's okay. But Kudo doesn't seem like the best at clapping back. Like, he's not like extremely good at it. He just has his mind. But I do understand there's some people that like clapping back. There's some people that like a bit of the drama, and they're actually good, like, comedy wise. So they end up roasting the hell out of someone else. But like, Kudo doesn't seem to be. Maybe he's not trying, but he doesn't seem to be the best at roasting people. I'm not the best at roasting people. That's why I don't engage with any trolls. I try not to engage with any trolls because I'm not great at doing that. So that's one thing that I try to stay away from, particularly because of that. Yeah, they like. My guess is that they can use it because they're graduated, and that like does something legal wise. Maybe, I don't know. Kudo said this about Rima. Rima just said this. Look, Rima just said, "Nah, they did not completely remove Mysta's voice from the concert." Like, just questioning like why they didn't remove his voice if they gave Selen such a big issue with having Mysta in general and Nina in general in her last cup of coffee thing. Like, you have a problem with Last Cup of Coffee having graduated livers, but your AR Live has graduated livers. That's what she's trying to say. And what's up? I'm this. Cough drops, lollipops, or hard candy. Yeah, good idea. The box. But yeah, that's what he's saying. He's saying basically she has copium. Like the Shark EN VTuber, Shark Stark. Copium, I don't know what point this original poster is trying to make, but it's so cringe to see me and others taken out of context to spin their own narrative, saying that Rima is spinning her own narrative. And then going on an alt, it looks like the VTuber community completely cooked in the brain or what? Bro, I'm such a bad mood right now that drama farmers are actual cancer. Like, here's the thing that I always tell people, and I'm not saying this to go anything against K9 Kudo, Mysta, however you want to call him. But here's the thing. If this becomes such a thing for you, that it actually starts affecting your mental health, affecting the way that you can interact with the world, then it's probably a good idea to take a bit of a break. Because like, this is the one that I'm like, what the heck is going on here? He's basically saying that it's frustrating thing to see how much S he's gotten over the years. When I looked at these little randoms who advocate for someone they believe is right, they're 9,000 times more dedicated, toxic, and arrogant to ever change their opinions. Like, this stuff, this vague call out here, it just makes me think, what point of even trying to apologize or try to be a better person? People realize the only way to get traction is to drama farm and bandwagon whatever opinion is popular at the time and switch whenever the general consensus has changed. Look at yourself, look at your Twitter profile. Honestly, so embarrassing. There's a difference between having an opinion and pushing your delusions become real by manipulating anything you can to fit your narrative. Now, this is a call out directly to people, I guess, like myself, I guess, like Rima, I guess, like Nosagi, and Kyo, False ID, those people. They, I guess he considers us all drama farmers and all taking one side or the other. And it's frustrating him, which is, legit. It is valid. It is, it's good that he's letting himself express himself. But the issue is here. This does nothing to help you. This will not help your mental state. This will not help you in the long run, because guess what you just did? Not for me. Like, I don't care what he says. But he painted his back. He painted a target on his back for all the needy sisters. Painted a target on his back for all the people who are a little bit wilder than I am, and would love to farm this drama even more. I don't take any personal offense to this, because I'm just stating what's out there. I'm giving my opinion on what's out there, and if he doesn't like it, well, that's his right to. You know why? Guess what? I'm a public figure as well. Tiny, but I have an audience, and I'm a public figure as well. I put myself out there on YouTube. I put myself out there on Twitter, and I put myself out there on Twitch. So yeah, you can criticize anything I do because I'm out there. And guess what? I'm going to have thicker skin because of that. I have to. Because if you're a thin-skinned individual that gets offended by absolutely everything that's said about you, the thing you made fall on me is probably either a box, a fish. There's a box that you can fall on me. There's a pie that can fall on me. There's fish, beach ball, tennis ball, chancla, rubber ducky. There's those type of things. More I said something. I want him to shut up and take some rest. Stop thinking too much. I'm gonna get back to your second stream. Have a good one. Take a good one, Eric. You can always look at the VOD later if you want. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a little too much. I think maybe it was a moment of stress, a moment of like frustration in something else he was doing. And then he got onto Twitter, and then he saw he was on Twitter. He was trending on Twitter or something, and he tried to look at what he ego searched what he was trending on Twitter for, and that happened. It happens, but you have to like, what the hell? Things aren't working. Are they working? Are they working? I don't know they're working. Let me see. Nope, they're not working. All right, gotta fix that. Let me fix that. Yep, gotta fix that. I'll be right back. But yeah, while we're fixing that, no worries, Kev. Girl streamed during the AR Live and her numbers were insane. 26 to 30k viewers. The vid got... Yep. That is the power of the gooba. That is definitely the power of the gooba. 176k views in under 2 hours. The AR Live did not get anywhere near that much. Now here is what I got to do. I got to do two things. Make something fall on me twice, but separate it with enough time. There we go. We got the box. Thank you, Kev, for the yellow super chat. Appreciate it. But yeah, the Gouda numbers were insane yesterday. The day before yesterday with the AR Live, or whenever it was with the AR Live, she was beating them just 5 minutes in. Then we have another thing fall on me, and it was a box again. Holy crap! It was the box again. Needy sisters will probably use Kudo's statements to support their valid arguments against what they them call the anti-Niji. Exactly. That's the thing. You're making it worse. By having this comment here, you're making it worse. You're not helping anybody. Like sometimes I just say, just relax, take a moment, chill somewhere, disconnect from Twitter, disconnect from social media. If it's giving you that much stress, if it's making you that, frustrated to the point where you're trying to make fun of somebody, which I understand, you're trying to clap back with the Twitter profile thing. What it's going to do is it's going to make people who are like more sensitive than myself, people who are sensitive about everything, they're going to actually use this as ammo against you. And it's going to get worse. If you thought it was bad before, it can only get worse from here. And then, he went and said this thing about here.
Kef the 2317 donated $10 through Super Chat. Sorry, I'm late. Gura streamed during the R Live and her numbers were insane. 26 to 30k views. The VOD got 176k views under 2 hours.
Yeah, that's the gooba. Like I said, that's definitely the gooba. K9 Kudo is, he's, I don't know, man. This was a bad move. Happy to see Gura back. I missed her yet. I mean, Gura's been doing a lot behind the scenes, of course, because every Hololiver does a lot behind the scenes. They, she has all the collaborations that she had to do with other like organizations and such. She has a bunch of other things that she had to deal with. So I definitely understand her wanting to take breaks. Breaks are very, very good. Kudo should probably take a little bit of a break for himself, for his own mental health. I mean, once it's a coincidence, but this many times he should know to turn Twitter notifications off. He should. I mean, it's just for his own well-being. It seems like, look, for him to say these types of things, it seems that something's getting under his skin. And the thing is, with trolls, once they know they've gotten under your skin, then that's when you've lost. When a troll knows they've gotten under your skin, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going strong. They're going to keep going hard. They're going to go even harder now because they know they can get to you. I don't know if he's necessarily a menhera, but like, this is what you shouldn't do with trolls. But here's the thing. Yeah, he responded to Stark. But look what he said. He says, this original poster, which was Rima, which didn't say anything wrong. They did not completely remove Mrs. Voice from the concert. Caring for Mr. Kudo himself. How is this copium, sir? I don't know what this original poster was trying to make, but it's so cringe to see me and others taken out of context to spin their own narrative to hate other entities or people. And then I'm guessing that this, like I said, I'm guessing that this is the alt, possibly, of Kudo. But seriously, like, I don't know, man. This is a bad take. This, just speaking from a small creator, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't put this out there. I don't think I would. My organs get under my skin. My organs are always under my skin, man. They be fucking stuff up. They really do. Apologies. They be messing stuff up. Apologies, Mr. YouTube, Miss YouTube. Susan, you're no longer here, so I'm not scared of Susan, but I'm scared of YouTube overall. Holy crap. Let's move forward with more news. Oh, talking about news. I didn't put the Zelda BGM on. I always put that BGM because it's just it's a fun BGM to have. So there we go. Now you can hear the BGM while I'm doing my stuff. At least have something in the background and not being like too much just nothing. You know what I mean? Kudo needs to touch grass, free his mind from social media. I feel bad for him. He's too worried about his career, even though he will go travel for a week. He will worry because he didn't stream for a week. I don't know. All of this narrative to me is pretty much gibberish. I'm playing devil's advocate here just to say Kudo wants to be detached from everything, not only have people nagging him about Mrs. Voice. He sees Rima's quote retweet as forcing him into the drama. I mean, I could see that. But here's the thing. Even if it's a quote retweet, you can turn that off. Like, in the sense of, you can just not look at the quote retweets of your stuff. Your organs are still under your brother's skin. Hold scalpel menacingly. It's like you can get them back at any point. Yes, Charlie, you can get them back at any point. The Air Live was a huge success. Okay, this is what people are saying. This is cope. This is definitely cope. This is definitely cope. And then other people saying stuff. A lot of cope. Just cope. We're going to take a look at a little bit of the copium that is going around on Nijisanji's side, which of course we already knew is always going to happen. There's always going to be...
Charlie Spur donated $5 through Super Chat. My organs are also under my brother's skin. Hold scalpel menacingly.
I love it when that female voice says it. It's hilarious. But yeah, we're gonna do it with a little bit of copium. The 4chan Anon needs to look outside because they're clearly Delulu. They clearly are. So we're gonna go with a little bit of Nijisanji copium here. Here is the AR Live, which is a huge success. Gura's very rare live stream slightly outperformed the AR Live, which means Holo is not as strong as before. Usually she had more than twice the others. It's over for the Hololive monopoly. Nijisanji is showing they can fight back. This person really mistook the whole thing. Basically, they took her not getting like 60k views or whatever as something bad. From what I've seen, Gura usually does stream around maybe 30 to 35, sometimes maybe 40k consistent viewers. But she's been gone for a bit. Some people are not going to be expecting her to be streaming. The people who are, maybe a bad time, that type of thing. But she still got beat. I mean, she still beat them. She still beat an AR Live that has many people on there. Many big talents on there, like Vox and some of the Luxian boys. And still, they didn't beat her. That is what most people are saying. Something that was planned years ago, of course, and was promoted up the wazoo for about a month, didn't beat Gura, who just came back and decided, hey, I'm going to stream today. And that was it. I think she only put her tweet out like a day before it was going to happen, or the night that it was going to happen. So it was on short notice that people even knew that she was going to be doing this, and she still beat them. That's what people are saying now. That's what they mean. Sorry, but the random N-word drop just caught me off guard and sending me. For legal reasons, I must specify that I am, Oh, the N word is Nijisanji. Oh, I was like, what? There's an actual N word there? Am I gonna have to censor something? Welcome to 4chan. Also hilarious now. They have to accept coming close to Kudo with a major concert in the branch. You know, this is just, yeah. They have to actually do a major concert to fight back. So 4chan way, everything is either F word or N word slur over there with a few exceptions. She barely streams and still outperforms you. You consider that a win? Next thing you know, they'll compare CCVs to indie and small corporal VTubers. I think that's the only way they can actually get a win out there, honestly. Even from all the way here, I can smell that high quality copium they huffed and puffed. And they hate her. Damn, wherever Magni is still sending this S, he's been refining that outright, making bank on it. Hololive is not as strong as before. Gura slightly outperformed the AR Live. Usually had a lot more tries than others. All these things are delusional. It pretty much is delusional. They're trying to make an excuse to make themselves seem stronger. Even though they lost, they wanted to seem like they are on top. So the interview question is, how do you plan on competing with Gura? Should really apply to the entire EN branch. First, they lost the fight, even though it's 15-1. And keep in mind, they got the buff of special event that makes people watch it even more. Now they said they can fight back, even though they already lost the fight. Yeah, that's the major copium that they're having here. And of course, there's almost always one thing in common: the way that the messages are written, almost exactly like how a blank person tries to defend the person who's hurting them. Anyone noticing this trend? Something goes wrong, blame Hololive. Has been years-long policy in NDF. There's always a small portion of any fan base to engage in tribalism, Hololive included, but honestly, most Holo fans don't give an F. There are so many stuff for them to catch up. Many who are S-ing on Niji were Niji fans, especially fans of former talents. I myself am a Holo fan. I've followed and watched quite a few Niji. I am invested in this debacle because of the whole deeply felt left impression on me. And I want to see more things develop. Subjectively, I want better things for talents and the livers. That's what I want. That's why I'm doing this. I want better for the livers. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people are mentioning here. It went, cover corpus is down to 1975, according to this. They dropped like 79 yen. They dropped 2,000 as predicted. I guess HoloFest didn't do as well as they expected. Cool, hope it drops even forward enough that Yago can't buy it all back to go private again. Also hope Yago tucks his tail and runs back to his cave. Yago's not going to do that. Now, if both of them drop under 500, AC will be effing delisted and won't have to worry about this S anymore. June can't come soon enough. So yeah, they're really trying to huff some copium here. They're trying to say, you know, HoloFest didn't do well. They're gonna have to, you know, go back to the way that they were, that kind of stuff. It's copium at this point. 4chan hates every VTuber. Yeah, basically. 4chan is gathering site of all sides. You can find it in any faction there. Niji sister antis, Niji haters. On a financial note, the Nikkei is coming off a historic high, so all stocks are going to slide a little while it resettles. No point in reading into either company's stocks right now. Yeah, because things are going to be going down as they're following the trend line in the market as a whole. Following is different when others are having a slip while you're on free fall. But yeah, like 4chan has its own things. I look at 4chan just to take a look at what people are saying, but usually like 4chan even itself will have weirdness going on in there. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt. Now, HoloFest made a lot of money, but the thing is, like, people are taking any drop as an indicator of something bad. Like, for example, yes, Nijisanji is following the trends, but here's the thing that others like myself are saying: they're dropping and they're not recovering. That's the thing. Cover has ups and downs, so does Nijisanji, but the trend of going down, we'll see how low they go. And then I'll make a decision on whether it was like amazing or not. And yes, only defense is not enough information while also not having enough info to discredit anything. Exactly. No sense in making them see it. Not a 4chan thing. Yeah. I'm making Garotech right now. Oh, nice. Firework. Nice. Cooking while listening to this drama hits differently. Cooking while listening to it much than anything differently. You definitely would need to censor it. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay. I'm gonna have to censor it. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna need to censor that. I'm gonna need to, that's extra editing I'm gonna have to do. God damn it. That's definite editing I'm gonna have to do. God damn it. Always with the 4chans. Always with the 4chans. Ah, boy. I'm gonna have to edit that one out. That's just lovely, isn't it? That's absolutely lovely. Yep, I'm digging up the nuts from winter. I think they N-worded themselves on 4chan, they say did. Personally didn't understand how people direct anger at Selen. I was management's decision, not only fire her, but botch that too. I'm gonna have to put that, because I always take little clips here. I'm going to have to mark that as N-word. Need to censor N-word with hard R. There we go. I marked it so that now I know that that one I need to censor with the hard R. Great, great, great. It's freaking 4chan. I should have known. I should have known. Started following Niji news after the S happened to Selen. What a S fan. I think they N-worded themselves. Personally, don't understand how people direct anger at Selen. It was management's decision. Exactly. I don't think people should do anything to Selen, you know. Someone went way back and uploaded the Air Live complimentary. It was something. Niji sister. Mimikyu. What's up, Mimikyu? The last post doesn't make sense. They bought their own stocks before 3D Studio. It artificially inflated the value. Yeah, I mean, like, both companies do buybacks. A lot of large corporations do buybacks. Thing is, I don't know when the last cover buyback was, but I know, like, even gaming companies have done buybacks. Let me make sure there's no hard R's here. Is there no hard R's? I don't think there's a hard R's. God almighty. Okay. Jesus. I'm gonna have to... Alright. Here we go. Saw some posts showing concern for the livers, but let's not forget, look out for Doki too, because she still gets hated a lot. Language. As much as I enjoy Vivid Stage, the rage within me saying hi. Sorry, my hatred for Selen only grew seeing an hour and a half at least cut out from Pastel Stage because of her BS. All of this because she couldn't even wait for permission. Sorry to be a downer, but I'm just really angry at the girls. Flag this if you wish, if you need to vent. Literally tried to blank herself because of dumb song she failed to follow protocol on. She had zero plans for graduating, but after seeing how her fans rallied behind her, decided to burn all bridges and capitalize on the drama. She could have exited quietly, but then had to go and threaten a corpo. She didn't threaten anybody. Of course, she was going to be terminated, corporal bootlicker or not. What she did made it abundantly clear that she never had friends or a career about the people she was leaving behind. What? Or care about the people she was leaving behind. Because as always with Selen, it's all about her. That's not true. It's not from what I'm seeing. Selen really did suck at everything. Guess she had nobody to carry her. That is extremely mean, but I guess that's going to be Nidhi Sisters for you. Some of the comments would make COD lobby cry. Oh well, cope and see the fact that almost the entire EN branch can't even manage a stinky short CCV at peak points. Even though she presents a vibrant personality on stream, we don't know the amount of resentment she might be facing behind the scenes. She seems to have gotten tougher after leaving the company, and so seems to be able to take all the hate like a champ, but don't let that bring your guard down. Yeah, exactly. Hate can get to you after a certain point, and I understand that, like with Selen and everyone else, that hate can get to them at a certain point. When that happens, take a break. I'm pretty sure Selen, that's why she's taking break. I mean, Dokibird, that's why she's taking breaks. That's why she's, chilled from social media at some points. She knows now that sometimes it's just good to disconnect from those type of things. They're actually disgusting. Holy S. I wish I was exaggerating, but the amount of delusional and hateful people is just vomit-inducing. I can't believe these are Niji fans. We were once Niji fans, and now they attract these kind of people in their own community. And this is why, despite Doki telling us to stop dunking on people like this, we still dunk on them. Not for Doki, but for common human decency. I mean, yeah, I can see that point. Mel from Hololive got fired in January. HoloFest cut out her part and added in Hachama last minute. Guess what? HoloFest didn't look like S. Not an excuse for S production, but money skimping from Niji. Because, Nijisanji tried to edit out people when, people left, etc. And HoloFest was like, alright, Mel's not here, but we still have a part that we need to fill. So let's get Hachama in here. Let's see if she's going to be willing to do it. All praise goes to Hachama because freaking doing things at last second, last minute, and last minute is still like a month. Like a month can still be last minute. You still have to learn the dance. You have to learn the choreography. Learn the song if it's not a song that's yours. Learn a song and go through all of that work to be in HoloFest. So I put big props to Hachama for stepping up. Big props to Hololive for finding somebody to replace Mel. Mel can never really be replaced, but you know, to take her place in the moment, in that moment. That was a good move, not a bad move. Hachama is generally a surprise absolute performer, yeah. Average NDF 39 IQ takes that's in sync with the yacht. Judge them not by the color of the company, but by the actions. Niji isn't making it to June. I don't think so, but I don't know. Niji Yen might have troubles in June. Fyros, oh no, protect the poor multi-million-dollar company getting bullied by this one singular evil woman. Exactly. Even if let's say even if they were getting bullied by Doki, which they're not. Let's just go on devil's advocate here. Even if they were being bullied, it's one person. Also, you are a multinational corporation. You are a publicly facing corporation with your own social media. You should be able to take a little bit of heat. If you can't take the heat, then as an old saying goes, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Get out of social media. Get out of those things if you can't take the heat. Me, of course, when heat hits, it can still affect you. Like it affects me even to this day. But you have to learn to have some thicker skin and move along, which is what I've tried to do, which is what I've tried to do with you guys, and I've tried to do with everything. Because my social media isn't private. Social media is out there. Me being here on YouTube, I'm out there. So yeah, it's definitely something that you have to just be aware of. You have to be aware that that's something that's going to happen. As a VTuber and wrestling fan these past few months, there's just a little meme here, which is funny. As a VTuber and wrestling fan, these past few months have been so funny and so interesting. It's just, it's fun to look at these. So this is apparently AEW and Nijisanji shaking hands, and this person's a wrestling fan and a VTuber fan. They find it interesting how similar a lot of them, despite being different branches of the entertainment world. It says, airing something that was supposed to save your reputation, but backfired and showed how wrong and fragile your company is. AEW Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling. I don't know too much about AEW. Laughing at this way too much harder than it should be. Been out of the wrestling scene for 15 years. What happened to AEW? Jack Perry and CM Punk got in the backstage fight 7 months ago. CM Punk was fired and joined WWE a few months later and has been over with the fans. Also, WWE product got way better ever since Vince left and Triple H took over booking. Meanwhile, AEW has been losing views and fans because their product got boring. During an interview, CM Punk talked about the fight he had with Jack Perry, and AEW decided to show camera footage of that fight to prove Punk wrong on TV time, by the way. And it backfired as everything Punk said was true, and this not only wasted AEW TV time, but also made the company look desperate and needed someone who doesn't even work for them to get views. So yeah, that's bad. That is always going to look bad. But again, love this meme. Love memes. Take care, Clarence. Take care. Holy crap, it's 2 a.m. where you are. Yeah, take care, Clarence. Get some good rest. Thank you for being here, by the way. Let's see. What AEW did was extremely comparable to Nijisanji Yen. As people that promoted and they dislike Hollow's idol culture, they sure treat their Oshis as perfect gods. Yeah, they really do. It's really kind of weird how extremely devoted they are to their side, which is, like I said, it's strange. It's obviously very strange. Yeah, someone did mention AEW before. They're really so bad they have to make this meme. Yeah. And here's just another thing. This is a quick show of the difference between Hololive and these people. It's kind of like a meme at this point as well, so we'll consider this a meme as well. The beautiful treatment of Niji thriving and Hololive in shambles. This is a meme. like their moveset doesn't look like a good moveset on the top, and they actually didn't look like they were excited. On the bottom, you can see they look really excited. They look really vibrant because it's Kobo's. I think it's one of Kobo's birthday celebration things. And like those are like hollow stars around her. And they're all like dancing and doing all this stuff. It looks like they're hollow stars around her. Yeah, they're all hollow stars, I believe. And they're jumping and they're like happy and all kind of stuff. And the other ones, like that they were maybe doing like some Backstreet Boys look-alike thing. Maybe like the guys in Nijisanji up top. Like they were probably doing some Backstreet Boys looking thing. And here's the thing. Also, the bottom is probably heavily choreographed. The top is just them being shown the dance once, probably, or being shown a video of a dance, and then they themselves trying to figure out how to do it. And that's the bad part about this whole thing, because it really looks like they were just trying to do it themselves. Convinced they have such poor lighting choices to hide the fact that the 3D models can barely see them. We know manager skinwalk Twitter accounts. Maybe the dancers were actually the manager skinwalking as well. We don't know. But yeah, it looks really bad. Not professionals whatsoever. What even was a dance, my lord? Their movements look so stiff. They look very stiff. Like, this looks like I said, it absolutely does not look choreographed. The top absolutely does not look choreographed. The top looks like, yeah, it's just a dance that someone figured out maybe a couple of days before the actual thing. And they all kind of just try to figure out how to do it. At least they tried to be in sync. In sync. They tried to sync it up to each other, at least. So, but it looks like it was something organized by the talents themselves. And not like actual choreographers. Here's the difference though. Hololive always gets dance coaches. Always gets choreographers. Always. When they're going to be doing something officially as their Hololive persona. They will always have dance classes. Like the Japanese groups, they always have dance classes. You always talk about them having dance classes. Especially like for HoloFest and things like that. You have dance classes. If it's going to be a big event in Hololive, you have a dance coach. You have dance classes. You have people teaching you how to do things. Professionals. Not just some random person or yourself. Professionals teaching you how to do it. Because here's the thing. You can try to mimic, and some people can do a really good job of mimicking a dance move. But when you have a dance coach in front of you, they're going to tell you things like, be more expressive. Lift your shoulders up more. Lift your elbows up more. You're not moving enough. You're not moving fast enough. Your tempo's too slow. That type of thing. They're going to look at you from an objective lens, from their experience, from their professionalism, from their profession, and be like, you're not moving enough. It's this, it's that, it's these movements, you know? Why the hell am I moving in my seat when I'm saying this stuff? You can't even see me, for God's sakes. I'm moving in my seat. I've seen high schoolers do better. Exactly. RPG. Teletubbies have more enthusiasm. Well, yeah, because they have to move through an actual suit. You write as a teacher, disrespectful of me. Let's see. I have heard more than a few hollow side of things, improving these skills through coaching classes too. Can't even recall hearing anything like that from Niji. Regloss talking about how their early dance coaches made regime specify to each other's skill level. They do. That's why you need a dance coach. Not everyone's going to be like Suisei level of skill. Not everyone's going to be like even amateur level of skill. Some people are going to be like me who don't know how to fucking dance to start off with, you know? Thanks for keeping me entertained while baking. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, Umbra. That's my goal. My goal is to keep you guys entertained while you guys do whatever the heck you're going to do. Either watching me or exercising or, you know, just sitting down and passing gas. Whatever you guys are doing, I want to make sure you guys are entertained. My Kamiosha Scarlet doesn't sing or dance, so at least she'll never get dragged in like this. Plus, her voice is always ruined because she streams 8 hours a day. That does happen. When you stream a lot, like, for example, the first week or two of me streaming these double streams on the days, my voice would suffer. Your voice can adjust, but my voice would suffer.
Charlie Spur donated $5 through Super Chat. My Kamiyoshi Scarl doesn't sing or dance, so at least she'll never get dragged like this. Plus her voice is always ruined cause she streams 8 hours/day.
Yeah, looks like they don't have time in a training act. Did their best walking in a circle, they gotta understand. Gurren. Green E. Started watching VTubers because funny and bass singing is secondary. Don't understand why them dancing is important. It's not like dancing as a VTuber isn't super important, but like for example, on the Hololive side, the dancing is a part of the performance, and a lot of times they go through coaches, etc., because they want their performance to be elevated to that level. They want to be seen as someone who takes things seriously and elevated to that level. The dancing on a Nijisanji main live, it's a disservice to the talents to not give them a coach. It's a disservice to them because they probably were very excited about it and they probably actually wanted to do very well, but they they messed it up on that end. Started watching VTubers. Let's see, pass that gas, friend. She refuses to take breaks. Yeah, Charlie. Some people really love what they do. Like I love what I do, and that's why that's why I still stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings and evenings. Some days I'll let you. If I'm gonna take a break for the next morning, I will let you know. I'll let you know that I'll try and let you know the night before, just because I have been told that I need to take some sort of breaks occasionally. So I might take like a morning break one of these days. The reason why I don't take morning breaks usually, and I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at least for mornings, is because as you can see, there are some people that can only come on mornings. There's some people that their evenings are full with family, or they're in a point in time when their evenings are like midday for them. My evenings are midday for them. So depending on the time zone, some people can come here, some people can't. That's why I try to do it this way. I draw while watching, listening to your stream. I appreciate that, AD Santos. Your drawings are nice too. If dancing is important and Niji sucks at it, yeah, Niji does suck at it. Scarlet with freedom would be amazing. Oh yeah, Scarlet having the freedom would be amazing. Any liver, honestly, I'm just as a VTuber, just as an independent VTuber, any liver having the freedom to do what they wish to do and create the content that they wish to create is amazing for me. That's what I want for them. I think people like Scarlet and Rosemi suffer because Niji is using them as buffers. I think so. They're using them as buffers, oh, these people were nice. And to continue the AR type stuff of comparisons, I love doing comparisons like I did in the last video. The AR stuff is still fresh, and people are still writing about it. So we'll talk about the 3D Hololive this last year, the screenshot in Potato Phone. Let's take a look. This is SOS from Ayame, and they had live band in the back. This is AR, and look, they even made her have shadows. Like the shadows were set to the stage lighting, for like backstage lighting and the side lighting. They tried to give her the shadows. Someone did really well with the really good job with getting like the angles for the shadows correct, like calculating them. But look at that. Like I'm saying, you had strong lighting in the back, and yes, you have strong lighting on the sides, on the top, because you have some overhead lighting, and the front. It doesn't look like a weird glow, like that weird pinkish glow that you had in the last one. You have the strong stage lighting over there, but you can still very easily see, like this is like a blue LED lighting. So if this was Nijisanji, that would make Ayame blue. For whatever reason, the way Nijisanji does it, it would make Ayame blue, but she's not blue. You can see still, the stage lighting is being much stronger. The 3D is still pretty detailed. You have shadows, you have reflections, and here you have Chloe, the same thing. You have shadows, reflections, little bit of different coloring. You have that's Chloe, yeah. This is Noelle as well, the busty Noelle. Same thing. You see the stage lighting takes more presence. You see the gradients here in her arms. I'm just talking about what I know. I'm not an art major. But it just looks more natural. It looks more, not that weird glow that you had just had in the previous AR Live. It's like, this is something for Christmas, I believe. Merry Holy Date. They were doing the song there. And here's even with darker lighting. You see that? Look at the shadows that they did perfect use of shadows. It's dark, so the front, most of them is going to be darkened, but you have side lighting, like lighting from the back a little bit. You have a little bit of the bluish glow on it, but it's not like a huge bluish glow. It's like more of a hue to it. Again, I'm not an art major. I may be making a lot of mistakes. But look at this. From the back lighting, you can tell the back is a little bit more illuminated than the front. but the front you can still make out the definition of every single one of them. You can make out their faces, you know, and when it gets brighter, you have the front light, and you look at all these, you have the shadows that mix in with each other. When they mix in, they get darker. You have all these little small things, like in the parts where they intersect. It's realistic in the fact that that shadow gets a little bit darker. It's what happens in the real world. It's like, it's crazy that someone actually takes all this effort because they're professionals. They're getting professional studios to do this. They're getting professional artists to do all this. They're getting professional, you know, stage designers. They're getting effects people, all of them doing it in a professional way. Even in very dark lighting, you see, of course, they have to be a little bit more pronounced. That can look unnatural to some people. But like, you see all of this. See all of these things. Even when you have a little bit of yellow glow, it's a little bit of yellow. It's not insane craziness like what was in the AR Live. This is just like, it's just so much better. Everyone I want to see is here. No copyright muted part, no bad lighting effect, no anomaly corrected penguin. No need to wait a year and actually looks good. And this is just comparison. The Asher AR Live is the best performance in VTubing LMAO. I've been looking for this. Thank you. Also, waifus are real because they have shadows. Some people are saying waifus are real because they have shadows. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. It's just the Hololive Christmas Live versus the Nijisanji Live. You can just tell the difference. I don't know about you, but I prefer radioactive fish. The radioactive fish! Radioactive Finana. She was 10 Finanas of radioactivity. 10 Finanas of radioactivity. How is everyone doing? Well, Kairue? Probably active color plugged into the model, so any change in stage lighting affects the model in real time. I think what they did, I think honestly the issue that they had in Nijisanji is that they pushed the saturation way too high. I've seen that happen. The yacht won't pay for itself, you know. Chloe looks so good, definitely. Color coded the color of stage lights. Yeah, it looks like the faces compared to Vox.
Charlie Spur donated
Neoshichi
$5
shouldn't
through
die
Super
once.
Chat.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I prefer radioactive fish. Radioactive.
Hey, Salvin chat. Let's see. Genuinely leaves me wondering what the tech level of Niji, yeah, exactly, working with after the AR Live. Do we have any JP concerts to compare? Are they paywall with no screen cap? I think almost every single one of them are screen capped. And the other concerts that they have are more 2D live concerts. Like the Virtual Rhapsody was 2D, I believe. And this Colors one was the one that was 3D. I think we have old school ones that you can compare, that you can take a look at screenshots, like old school ones. You just look at, you can just search Nijisanji 3D live, and you can take a look, like 3D live screenshots, and you can take a look at maybe like 2023 or something like that, you know? Even though you aren't, but your sense of light and shadow is kind of good. I'm an ex-art student with dull sense. I've heard that Sony worked with Niji years ago, which is why they had really good 3D events, but now they canceled contract, as is confirmed. From what I've seen, they canceled the contract for the studio. So that's why the whole thing went bad. That's what a lot of people are saying, at least. And Lemon and I appreciate it. The thing is, look, I took an art class a long time ago. Like I said, I'm not an art student. I'm not an art major. I'm not someone who majors in art. I'm not even someone who can even pretend to say that I'm good at art. I've taken photography classes before. I've just been curious about shadows and the rule of threes, and all that kind of stuff. Rule of thirds, I think it's called. Rule of thirds, or rule of threes, or whatever it is. Like a third of the screen, that type of thing to make things look good. I just know what's aesthetically pleasing, what's pleasing to the eye, the fact that, you know, there's shadows and all that other kind of stuff. And the saturation seems to have been put down kind of at a reasonable level when it comes to the colors. I think that's what, like I said, that's what ended up happening with Nijisanji. They put the saturation way too high, so the colors saturated and just kind of made it look like a glow. For dancing, to be fair, Hollow's an idol company, and Nijisanji has always been more streamer-oriented. True, Firework, but they're trying to become an idol now, which is weird, because they're doing this weird duet thing. I talked about it yesterday. I talked about it in my video. In my recent video. They're doing a duet project where every month, I think there's a new duet with their Nijisanji talents. So they're trying to be an idol company now, or at least trying to do a little bit more idol-related stuff. I prefer Pippa. She's objectively not the best singer. Charlie Spur, but I love a little sister. Dang it, because of Parrot, Rima can't get out of the head. One Finana, yeah, is now a metric. Fresh thing was a joke. I'm a Scarling. No, I know the I know you're a Scarling. You've told me before you're a Scarling, Charlie Spur. What's up, Super Gal? Yeah, I did take several art classes because I was interested in art. I actually was interested in art, and then I realized I am an S, like a low tier, like a below triple F tier. I'm a triple F tier artist, so I gave up on that one. I gave up on that one fast. Finana is about 300 CCV, I think. I'm not good at art, but I can at least try to make good art critiques. Santos, here's one thing I learned from people who know art and people who have been art friends of mine. As long as you try your hardest, you give the effort, you give respect to people who are in art, then yes, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to eat. Like, even if you're not the best at art, you're still trying, you're still putting your effort into it. And as long as you don't get a big head, I think everyone will not really mark you for that, you know? I took 3 years of art classes and already forgot everything, so you're good. I will say her Feliz Navidad song was better than Pippa and the Rippa as far as singing. Oh, yeah, probably. Never seen a single Finana stream. Dude, trust me, I can't do anything beyond stock figures. Stick figures? Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I can't do anything. I can't even drop poop correctly, for God's sakes. And that's just like a cylinder. Yago rebranded to an entertainment company after the Sora Coco meme review with comedians and relatively big idol side gig. Yeah, I mean, it's better that they're an entertainment company now. They're doing really, really well as an entertainment company now because they have so much variety in there. It's like for every person. You have the moms, the Holo moms that are in there, Holo families that are in there, English speaking, Indonesian speaking, Japanese speaking. You have a lot of groups in there, and they fully support each and every one of them. All artists have imposter syndrome. That's true. That's true, Sketch. I think a lot of people who are in the arts and a lot of people who are in the creative sides have imposter syndrome because you feel like you're not doing enough, like you're not doing well enough compared to your peers. The imposter syndrome hits hard. I have imposter syndrome. Although I'm very happy to have you guys here. I'm very happy. Don't get me wrong. But you always feel like you could do better. You always feel like you can do something extra, something more, you know? Pippa's a mega idol with all our eyes on her and no eyes on anyone else. So many comedians, love them. Yep, there's so many comedians in there. You have Subaru, you have a lot of people. They all have comedy in there. They all have some kind of sketch going on. Learning repeatedly will help. Yeah, I have an old school drawing tablet. An old school Cintiq drawing tablet. I need to find it again. It's one of those gray drawing tablets. It's not the best, but it's still better than like nothing. I want to start drawing again. I want to actually start drawing again. But I don't know if anyone's gonna watch that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Pee. Love Pippa. Yeah, exactly. You do you. And here's one thing I wanted to go over real quick. As always, we like looking at the Nijisanji stocks. At one point in time on 415. It was 22.59, which was down 64, 2.76%. Honestly, keep praising their competition and show how lousy they did in their concert. Oh dear, the concert somehow didn't fix their stock issues. Who could have guessed? But seriously, with the S quality and the whole keeping graduated livers' voices, mysta, pomu, Nina in there, it blew up in their face in straight Nijisanji fashion. Meanwhile, any Kudo HQ, can I start my own stock to make money in Google? Refund limit Google, all that kind of stuff. Negligible indeed. The airline didn't impress the investors at all. In fact, they went, nope, nuh-uh, I'm out of here. Sell. Parrot-chan, sell. We're gathered here today to celebrate the size of this W. And of course, like I was saying before, I'll repeat what I was saying before, just in case no one heard me. Don't take this as like it's always going to drop. There's going to be ups and downs. That's the way stock market works. It's nice to see them drop because they're not doing good for their talents. But of course, like I said, if you tie yourself to their stock price, you're going to have a bad time when it goes up. I don't tie myself to the stock price. I just take a look at it. Because, for example, right now, the stock is at 23.12. It's still down 0.47%, but it's not down as much as it was at its lowest point of 22.58. So that's the thing. If you tie yourself to the 22.58, when it goes up again, or when it went up to almost above 2300, then you're going to have a bad time because it's going to affect the way that you're feeling. So you should never tie yourself directly to a stock, but we're going to take, I always like taking a look at this. Let's see. You can't appreciate beauty without recognizing the good and the ugly. Yes, exactly. 22.59. I think the stock should go down to 1500. That'd be nice if they could. Pippa's okay, but prefer Irina and Phase Connect. Everyone has their people they prefer, absolutely. Gonna be real, I do love my art, just know it's not good. I love your art too, Santos. I think you put it on the server a couple times. Everyone, like, no one's going to criticize it negatively. You're trying, you're doing your best, you're putting all your effort into it. Just work, you know? Just do it. So one last thing about Niji AR live event. Russian Badger has completely blasted Niji out of the water with his bits in his videos. One man crafts on $1 billion company. They do definitely do that, yeah. Let's see. Oh, you have a 22-inch Huion drawing screen. It comes with a pencil. Oh, I've seen those, yes. Back where I worked, because I used to work at DreamWorks. DreamWorks Animation. Like, DreamWorks, the one that made, the one directly that made, How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek, Kung Fu Panda. All of those. I was there when they were making How to Train Your Dragon 3, I believe. And, 2 or 3, one of those. And when they made Trolls, I was there when both of those came out. And we used to use, I don't know if they still use them, but we used 24-inch Cintiqs, the drawing screens. Because the drawing tablets were good for most of them, but some of them needed the drawing screens because they were doing actual post work and that type of stuff. So we had, I kid you not, like 100 of those, and those are like $2,000 each. So you can tell how much was spent. And we had replacements for them because sometimes they would go out of, because, you know, when they get older, they would go out of sync with it, like with the pencils and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you buy the stocks, U.S. Congress and Senate won't buy any lose. Cover stock effect, this dropped below 2,000. Yes, it did for now. Squirrel Animator, let's go. Pippa, the best VTuber in the multiverse. If there are other universes, she's the best there too. I didn't check other people's art that much. My art made me shy. DreamWorks, nice. Yeah, no, DreamWorks was fun. DreamWorks was fun. Squirrel sounds skilled. My goodness, Squirrel lore. 24-inch Cintiq. They cost an arm and a leg. Yes, they do. 24-inch Cintiqs. Let me just look right now. So I think it was, wait, what was it? Was it 27-inch? Yeah, no, we moved to the 27-inch Cintiqs. We moved to the 27-inch Cintiqs. The 27-inch Cintiqs, the ones that we use, the Wacom's. Yeah, the Cintiq Pros. The creative, we use 27-inch Cintiqs. They cost $3,500. I'm pretty sure we got deals for them, so we're probably around 3,000. We probably got a 10% off because we bought in bulk. 3,000 for about like probably 200 of them that we had. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's 600K. That's $500,000. Because let's say 100 animators had them, we had to have replacements for them. We had to have at least one replacement for every, you know, every like 5 of them that we had. So we had to have like 20 or 30 replacements. So we had to have quite a few replacements. So it was a lot of money. Yeah, $3,500 each. The 27-inch ones. Because we had the 24s, but then the artists were like, we don't have enough screen real estate. So we went to the 27 inches. Bigger is better, as they say. 27-inch Cintiqs were nice. It's funny how Niji Stan blame Holo fans for the AR Live fail, telling us to mind our own business, acting like they don't act like rabid dogs or Holo girls. Yeah, the rabid fan tubers, whatever stuff. Squirrel Mater, yes. It's not good to be rabid against anybody. Seems like they don't like in the receiving end of the hate. They don't like being in the receiving end of the hate. Of course they don't. Wacom is not worth it anymore nowadays. Best to get cheaper brand like Huion. Yeah, a lot of them are got like back in the day, it used to be great. Or like if you're going to get a 27-inch Cintiq and you can find a good one used, you can get it for a third of the price. And as they say, a used good quality product is better than a new lower quality product. So if you're like really into the Cintiqs, then yes, you can get a used Wacom 27Q HD. I'm seeing one right now on eBay for $1,100 used. Secondhand Wacom 113 for cheap. It was really all someone needs for hobbyists. Yeah, if you're a hobbyist, you just need one of the like they have a tablet which has a screen nowadays. They actually have a tablet screen nowadays, like the 13-inch that you're talking about. They have a tablet screen. So if you want to have a screen, use that one. You don't need the 27-inch unless you are a professional, someone who's an artist on the side, you know, doing commissions, that type of thing. Then yes, the 27-inch would be good for you. But even then, doing commissions, probably the 13-inch is better for you. Unless you like need a lot of real estate. If you're doing like animations and stuff, you probably need the 27-inch, honestly. One thing Hololive fans say they don't eat their own. Well, yeah, we try not to. Hwayan is nice. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hwayan is pretty good. I'm lost. Parrot 4chan made a Twitter status regarding Kudo's long essay. The problem is, are you using this for work or for fun? If you're using it for work, it may pay for itself, or if it's for fun, you don't need a Cintiq. I use 21 UX, released 2007. If it still works, use it. If it still works, use it. The reason why people go to 27-inch Cintiqs is that they have, I think it's like thousands of pressure points where you can reach. So it has more definition if you're using it in a professional environment like DreamWorks does. Like the people that are drawing anime do. People that are doing any of that like Illumination, Pixar, they all use 27-inch Cintiqs most of the time. Not only things are good, not all things are good either. Be efficient, yeah, and just look at the reviews of what you're trying to get, of when it was new, and see if it's good. You know, I have a 12-inch iPad Pro. The pencil is nice though, better than the Hwayan. Oh, nice. Let's take a look at this stuff going on here. I'm rolling in tears from laughing here. This is another little dunk on Nijisanji's AR Live. Let's take a look at it. Any color, but you chose a gets phone call. Oh wait, finally chose colors. Hold up, let me take a look. They're glowing again. They're always freaking glowing when they don't know how to do the green thing. They're glowing like freaking radioactive creatures. What the heck? They put the I don't know what's going on. They put the saturation too high. It's freaking their radioactive fish and their radioactive other things. Like everyone's just radioactive now. The colors that they're using are just like insane. I don't get it. Did they do this to Uki? Won't get scared of their white skin colors. It all makes sense now. Aren't Vox's model white as F? Yikes. Yes, but he painted himself yellow to not jump scare Uki. Back there, down there. Okay. I almost spit out my coffee when I saw this. Girls behind the slaughter. Right here we have the colors thing. Man, I love when weirdos go frame by frame to get the most unflattering screenshots. It means they must have a point or something. Today's second highest voted post on the official Nijisanji subreddit. And this one too. We have V4 Mirai versus Nijisanji AR Live comparisons. V4 Mirai is not even a year old yet. And look at their lives. I mean, thick legs, of course. Thickness. She's down with the thickness. But look at the like I said, again, the way the model's made, the attention to detail of the model, the attention to detail in the reflections, how the skin, if it's reflective or not, that type of stuff, it just comparing it to Petra, it's just a shame. And there we have Nijisanji So Nice doing a little tribute to Selen. I put that on my community post. I think I was sleepwalking or something because apparently people heard my voice at a concert. Like, I can't unsee it anymore. Even the effing background. Stage 10. Oh, Super Smash Bros. Reference versus Polygon Team. Yeah. It's invaded by dark spirits. Mad dark spirits. Yeah, like I said, it seems like the saturation was too high for the reflection of the colors or the absorption of the colors or whatever it was. Just seems like weird. Really just weird. Kudo has some claim they also heard certain ghosts made too, because apparently Nijisanji doesn't believe in layering sound or re-recording. Oh man, the live concert was bad that the stock share price dipped a bit, but it also came back up. That's the thing. Yeah, so good, holy S. But yeah, it's nice to see people still, holding them responsible for what they did. They messed it up. They screwed the pooch, as they say. The thighs, yes. Okay, you guys want to see the thighs again. Okay, we'll see the thighs again. We'll take a look at the thighs. Them thighs, them thick thighs. Look at the thighs. People love the thighs. I have Inspire H1060p and H420X, both teaching and some drawing. Oh, nice. Niji crayons. That model is so good. Can't unsee the Polygon Team. And gotta look at the screenshot quality. Bless them thighs. Well, I mean, if Niji keeps making L's, I'm going to keep putting them out there. Hell, I don't even always talk about Niji L's. You can look at my video yesterday. I did there was a W for Nijisanji for once. With Fulgur. Because Fulgur has a disability. He's been very open about his disability. And even with his disability, Nijisanji let him be in the live. The way I say it, even because of it, because you would think Nijisanji would be evil and not let him do the live. But they weren't. They let him do the live. So that was a W yesterday. And I actually put it on there as a W for Nijisanji. So I try to see all sides, but right now, of course, they have a lot more L's than they do W's. So that's why I have that there. Okay. Here's how they could do a comeback. Really quick, dog die. Simple. Well, it can be difficult because of the bureaucracy and stuff like that. Riku needs to stop being directly involved because he can be the CEO and everything, but he needs to find talented people to delegate the tasks to. He needs to pay top dollar for good talent that has experience in managing talents, managing an entertainment company, because that's what he is. He has an entertainment company. He is very inept at being a leader. He's very bad at being a leader. He's good at collecting money, but he's bad at being a leader. Get people underneath you who are good at leadership. Get people underneath you who are good at management. No nepo hires, no nepotism. Get rid of the nepotism, get rid of the people you have, because apparently they're not good enough. Find good managers. Even if they've never managed a VTubing company, if they can manage an entertainment company, VTubing wouldn't be too separate from that. Get more talents, get more managers for the talents. Get actually good, trained talent managers, specifically for entertainment talent managers, to the talents. If you can do that, yes, it'll cost you a little bit more money, because that's what Hololive is doing. Hololive gets good managers for the talents. Hololive has good management team below them. They've gotten rid of people who have been damaging to their brand, management-wise, and they always pay top dollar. They pay good money, good compensation for talent. Look at the Cover USA. They're getting 84 to 110,000 minimum for most of the jobs there. The COO is getting 200K a year for that. They're still hiring high schoolers. Don't do that. You're going to get untrained, unqualified people. Maybe you can have them in a mentorship program where they can eventually become a manager, but don't bring high schoolers into management. Don't bring untalented, people who don't know what the hell they're doing. If you want to fix this, you have to bring talent that knows what the heck they're doing, and give more management to, like it says, give more managers to the talents. Don't have one, because I think Zaion said one manager for every like 5 or 6 talents. That doesn't work well. The lowest, the minimum, bare minimum is 1 manager per every 2 or 3 talents. Bare minimum for an entertainment company. Bare minimum. Because I know managers that can manage like 3 talents. I know the talented ones. If you get a talented one, you can manage like 3 talents. But if you get people who just came out of university or high school or whatever, they're not going to be able to even manage 1 talent. That's the thing. Millie should not be sabotaging. See, Filian said she paid 100K for the VTuber award she done. Yeah, exactly. You pay people good money for this stuff. They keep hiring high schoolers. I doubt Riku managing anything. That's why he hired talents in Niji India and Niji Yen to manage the evidence. But how will sweatshop stand? Yeah, exactly. They want it. The thing is, they won't do that because they want more profits over, actual good stuff. Let's see. Hire someone, whoever knows the funny be like. Riku's buying yachts and taking vacations. The higher-ups are cheap. Exactly. You forget the high schoolers are unprofessional too. They love stirring up drama. Niji is too afraid to invest in their talent. They're too cheap. That's the thing. That's the thing, Dog Die. They hired people that are not talented. And it sounds wrong. It sounds evil. It sounds mean. Whatever you want to call it. But it's true. When you hire people who are not talented at what they do, you're going to get what you got right now with Nijisanji. Now we have Ducky that has blocked some people. Of course they're going to block some people. Niji's sister's going to block some people. Of course they are. Another example of a win in the VTuber industry. A good AR Live. Of course I'm going to have to mute it because reasons. But let's look at this. Look at that. That's a good AR Live. Look at that. The shadows, the dancing, usagi. The nosagis. Look at that. That's an AR. Everything in the back is AR. Everything in the back is not there. That is all 3D. And that's look, it looks like they're on stage. They're doing it right. Of course, they're keeping the angles correct as well. That's a good way to do it. And the models aren't like amazing either, but look at the hair movements. Look at when they clap, the fireworks happen. When they, like, the movement of their hair, it's not stiff. It looks loose. It looks like hair would move, you know? The strands, of course, they're not going to have like a ton of strands, but like even if you don't have the best 3D models, you can still do amazing lives with it. Like, they're not like, look at that. They even had other things like confetti and other things popping up. This is something that they should have done. Of course, this is Pekora and this is, you know, other people, but this is still what happens when you have professionals do things for you versus, you know, people you just paid to do it for a day. Let's ignore the AR models for a bit. Let's focus on performance. If you see any, get Kudo-sanji as an idol agency. If you try to put a paid show, at least make the performance watchable. Exactly, that's my point. Make it watchable. It's really bad. It isn't catastrophic levels bad, but it's honestly fell short for paid performance. It looked like an indie did it. And I'm not knocking indies because I'm an indie myself, but indies have limited funds. So you could understand if it was an indie and this happened to an indie, you could understand limited funds. You're not a millionaire. You don't have money that you could just take a loan out of the bank to do. But some of them still take loans out of the bank, like, you know, other idol agencies and stuff like that. They take loans out for this stuff. But like, you could understand an indie getting into something like this because you're like, well, it's an indie. They're not going to have all the money in the world. So you're not, it's going to be an issue, you know, it's going to be something. But as something like Nijisanji, it just doesn't make sense for that to happen. All right, we're getting closer to the end of it. We're like a little bit beyond half of it. I've just been talking a lot, so I do apologize if that's a lot for you guys, but yeah. I've been trying to, you know, have good conversations with y'all. Good conversations with you. Let's make sure. I'm just double checking something. Make sure that freaking Copilot isn't freaking on. I freaking hate Copilot. Freaking added that to yeah, they added that to freaking everything now, and I hate that. Well, whatever. I got pied for God's sakes. Let's see. She bought a monkey. Yes, she did. She bought a bush baby, a monkey. Peko Mama would like to question you. If you see any, dang that shade. Even their mascots had better lighting and shadows than AR Live. Dog Die really is a grits from the balls, yeah. Gil-kun streamed for Pekora. I'm convinced. Yeah, Gil-kun is streaming for Pekora, absolutely. I'm convinced Niji doesn't have a clue how to fix their reputation and just throwing everything at the wall. I think they are. And also Niji defenders are doing that. Yo, I heard the one on the right has a freaking monkey. It's very true, Sketch. Very true. They do have a monkey. Do you want a private dinner with Riku, Squirrel Boy? I mean, if he's paying, I don't give a damn who it is. If they're paying, like, I'll freaking have the dinner. I won't like you. I won't be nice to you, but I'll eat what you're giving me. Like, at a restaurant of my choosing. I'll make you pay. Exactly, because Nijisanji is not going to let you know what happens. That's why me, Rima, Parrot, we all try to do that kind of stuff. Parrot is the voice of 4chan now. Parrot, whenever I look at 4chan, I always hear it in Parrot's voice. So spoiled on Holo concerts that seeing their God tier 3D is like a normal thing for me. It's the way it should be for large organizations. Hell, even V4 Mirai did better, you know? That's what I'm trying to get at. It should be that way for large organizations. Yeah. I always find it funny when Niji asks her talents how you would compete with Gura. You don't. Gura is a meme machine. You just make your own content. You know? Oh, God. What a day to have eyes. What a day to be literate. Look at... Oh, that sounds different. That hits different. That definitely hits different. Now knowing what we do.